Turasuje bakunzi ba Inyarwanda TV twizera ko muri amahoro. Uyu munsi rero twishimiye kuganira na Akaliza Amanda, ni first runner wa Miss Rwanda 2021. Akaliza, how do you feel after being crowned Miss Rwanda? First runner, sorry.
First runner.
Hey.
I feel good. I feel accomplished. I feel blessed and lucky to have people support me. And as time goes, it's only been 1 week. So as time goes, other feelings will come.
Yari imeze kuri the finals. Wari umeze utemva after being selected in top 3. How is it?
It was a mixture. It was a mixture of excitement, being so happy to make it that far. Having feelings of being scared a little bit. Scared of what's going to happen. Will I win? Just a mixture of feelings. Overall, I was happy to even make it to top 3 or even top 10. It's an accomplishment. Thank you. It's an accomplishment. So I was overall happy and also feeling also a little anxious to see what's happening next.
Oh, that's good. Winjira muri Miss Rwanda, did you expect that? Wumvaga uzaboneka muri top 3?
When you go into a competition or when you go into something, you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to know that you can make it far, so that you can make it far. So I had confidence that I would, or at least I had the hope and confidence that I'll make it far. But as time went and I saw the other girls and how great they are, I was like, okay, this is competition. There's other people who are capable, who showed up. And then when I made it to top 3, that's when I realized that what I wished for is possible. So I had hope for it. Somewhere along the way, I started wondering. But when I made it, I said, thank God that during the interview came to happen.
Inzozi zibaye impamo. Amanda, uri muri top 3. Wiyumvaga ko ari we Miss Rwanda. Muri wo wumvaga avuga uti in a few seconds I'm going to be Miss Rwanda 2021.
I had 2 feelings. And I remember even before we got there, because you start to see the women around you and how capable they are. So I had one feeling that I said, yes, I'm capable, I can make it. But I also had another feeling, and I told myself, Amanda, be graceful, because there might be someone else who will win it. And when that person wins it, they deserve it.
Yeah, sure.
So when it was me and Grace, I saw it in Grace as well. So, and I was even happy because I realized that this is someone who embodies Miss Rwanda as well. So I had both confidence in myself and confidence in her as well.
Mwaganiraga iki?
Yes.
That time waramufashe gukora mu maboko mwavuganaga iki?
It's a stressful moment when you uri hariya hejuru. Ni stress ariko twarimo kuvugana ngo okay, you deserve it. Twarimo kuvugana yarimo kumbwira she was encouraging me. Now nanjye narimo kumbwira ngo you deserve it, you're meant to be here. Meditating, turafunga amaso, and we're just meditating, finding peace, amahoro in that moment, because it's very stressful. I was on TV. And we also, when we started just laughing and joking, yeah.
Bamaze kumutangaza ko ari we Miss Rwanda 2021. Warishimye uramuhobera. Harimo n'abantu benshi bakoresha social media bavuze ati wow, at least niba umuntu atsinze wagakwiriye kuba umwishimira ngakora kwa Amanda. Biriya bihe muri wowe wiyumva gute guto kutuhaguruka muhobera wiyumva gute?
I felt happy. Using muri other interviews, and I'll keep saying it again, n'umukobwa atsinda abandi bakobwa they win too. And in that moment I felt joy for her. I felt, and if you saw the way we were talking and how she was a little scared and everything, it made me want to show her more that you deserve this, you're meant to be here. I was happy for her. She's someone who is going to do a great job as Miss Rwanda. And also on top of that, for me as well, I felt like I want to Rwanda's first runner-up me from 400 girls to first runner-up.
It's an amazing.
I was happy. I was happy too, yeah.
Ego. Amanda, uratashye. Tutarageraho. Jory, Miss Mutesi Jory, yarapostinze ndavuga uti uyu mukobwa Amanda. Mumwitege. Wabonye posters?
Yes.
Usanzwe muzi Mutesi Jory?
The first time I saw her was on stage. We've
Muri pre-section,
yeah, muri pre-selection, and I've been following her in the community. Turanavuga now when she posted me, Numuntu I look up to very much. And yes, I saw the posts. And I'd like to thank her again for that. She really
wiyumvise ute rero nyuma ira poste y'amagambo yakuvuza avuze uti uyu mukobwa na Miss Rwanda 2021 mubitege muri uno mwaka bagiye kumana ikamba. Wiyumvise ute kubera ari amagambo yakuvuze Mutesi Jory?
Honored and humbled. If someone in her position sees something in you, maybe there is something in me, and I have to, take up the responsibility or step into that light. So I was happy, I was honored, and at the same time, I felt that this is a moment to collaborate. Fasha na we akamfasha nje ngamufasha na Grace na twese ngaba Miss, we work together tukakora ibintu to help the community. So I was very happy that she reached out and said that.
Niki wamubonyeho kidasanzwe umwihariko we? Miss Jory wamubonye iki kidasanzwe?
She has confidence. Yeah. She has confidence anakunda to tell the truth, that she's not afraid. She's not afraid to tell the truth. She's aware. And these days, in the environment we're in, for a woman to step out with all that confidence, it's not easy. It's not easy. You get backlash or people say it as something that's not what it is. But she has the confidence to be who she is. So that's what I've seen in her. And that's something I hope she continues to teach me as well. And that's how I see Miss Rwanda.
Wow.
Someone who inspires.
It's an amazing. Ugeze mu rugo rero uratashye. After being first lineup, family muri family bakwakiriye gute? How is it?
So,
Papa, daddy, mommy bakubwiye iki ugeze mu rugo?
They were proud of me. Both my parents going in, the confidence. So when it happened, they threw a party. They celebrated me. We're still celebrating. It hasn't finished. And now they're trying to keep me focused. Okay, now ufite spotlight, ufite opportunities. Kungira inama, to help me stay focused and grounded, kugira ngo ibi byose birimo kuba, like the fame and that it doesn't distract me. So they're doing what parents do, and then keeping me focused and supported.
Wow, it was amazing. Who is that? Hey, yari imeze bite? Yakubwiraga iki?
That's my auntie.
Hey.
She is the most supportive and energetic and kind and interesting woman. I don't know, I'm starting to see that my social media needs to be on private.
Hano uri muravuga iki?
I don't remember.
Uri murakata cake?
I was cutting a cake.
Uri murakata cake, ndabona byari biza. Undi muntu abonye uyu ni papa?
Yego ni papa.
Yakubwiye iki? Harimo n'agafoto nabonye yaguha bizu kwitama.
Yari meze so happy for me. Kubona umukobwa we bigezeyo, like he's the one who raised me. He's the one who taught me. He's the one who helped me get to where I got to. So to see that everything that he put into making me who I am worked, he was very happy.
Wow, that's good. Hari gift idasanzwe baguhaye?
Gift idasanzwe.
Hari wenda muri family harimo nko kugabiye nk'inka akaguha inka akavuga
uti that's a good idea. Maybe I should go and ask them, like, okay, I'm putting up. And so far it's been love and support. Gifts are coming in. But now that you've mentioned it, I hope you guys are listening. If you want to give me a gift,
Uritari?
a big gift, I'm ready. I'm ready.
hariho nandi mashusho nabonye kuri Instagram yawe. Ugeze mu rugo uri ku gitanda ufite ikamba n'indabo.
Yes.
Bite hari hano?
Yes, this was the morning when the next day we were getting ready to leave. That was my because we're staying in a hotel. And one of my friends came in, and it was the first time that I'd taken a picture with the crown and the flowers and everything. And I was wearing white, so I liked it. I was like, okay. I was like, this is a beautiful picture. This is a beautiful moment. And she saw the crown next to me. She was like, oh, this is a beautiful moment. So I just put on the crown, and I was celebrating. And that's the bed that I'd spent 2 weeks in. So I was like, okay, saying bye to the hotel, saying that I'm excited for being where I am. It was just a spontaneous moment.
Wow, that's good. Reka noneho tujye kuri projet yawe. Project yawe uyu munsi yo uyirebye mu gihe cy'umwaka ugiye kumanika mba urateganya kuyikora gute?
So for my project, right now I'm already collaborating. Ndimo gukorana n'abantu kugira ngo it becomes concrete. This is a project that I really want to focus on. It's both about mental health, something that as and even the older generation we're dealing with. We're dealing with at the moment, and it's also with technology. Kandi turi mu gihe where technology is being used more and more. So I'm focusing on number one, protecting my idea. That's in the works. After I've protected my idea, then I'll start talking about what it is, the plans for it. It's an app. It's an app, and it's an app on mental health. But as soon as it's an application telephony, and has to do with mental health. Right now I'm working on collaborating with people, talking to people who work in the psychology field and people who work in the technology field, as well as RDB, to see if I can register it, and then we can move from there. So right now it's still new, but it's moving forward.
Oh, that's good. Miss Amanda, ubwo iyo application izabikora nyine ishingiye kuri project yawe ya mental health izabimeze iti. Ni application umuntu ashobora kuzajyamo agakoramo iki, akandikamo amazina ye, akamenyesha hari nyine izagikora iti ukwicisha kunisobanura. Yego,
the concept of it is to kwigisha abantu ibyo what mental health is, right? So nugenda mu uzakuramo ibintu bitatu. One thing, uzamenya what mental health and mental well-being is, what depression is, what anxiety is, what PTSD, and you'll be able gutandukanya emotional
feelings,
emotional pain from crazy, because hari ukuntu bakunda kwita mental health ubusazi n'ibyo bintu. Nshaka ko icyo kigambo, that word saying ngo ubusazi, I want there to be a clear understanding. But mental health is not ubusazi. It's how someone is mentally, and it's something that they need to work on, because nuzi urabizi cyane ko mu Rwanda we don't really what's the word? It's us as people who are moving society forward. Even they said in the government, it's us as people. We're the ones who start businesses. We don't have not much natural resources, right? So it's up to us to build our country. So if your mental health is not okay, no one who doesn't have the motivation, who's in pain, who's dealing with depression, PTSD, you're not able to help your society. It's been said before. So in your way, I want to focus on helping people with their mindset.
To understand what is mental health is.
So by the time they leave that app, they'll know what mental health is. They'll also be able to assess their mental health. So you go in and you find out, okay, am I someone who's struggling with mental health or not? When you find out if you're someone who is struggling, you'll be connected to an online therapist. Right? So someone online can come and they'll say, okay, we'll help you, we'll talk to you, but by the end, you'll know what mental health is, you'll know if you're someone struggling with it, and you'll be able to find a therapist. And that's the app.
Hanyuma ubuvuzi buzajya buhabwa umuntu amaze kumenya ko afite ikibazo cya mental health. Wabutekerejeho? Ubuvuzi.
So the people who will come and hari therapists. right? Bihariye Miss Rwanda, nshaka no gukora a lot of research nkamenya abo bashobora kudufasha, because I found out that there's about 50 plus mental health facilities and therapists who are there. Ariko, not many Rwandese know about it. They only know about data, which is for its own thing. That's more about schizophrenia, n'ibindi bintu. Ariko, they don't know about where to find help with depression and anxiety and PTSD n'ibindi. Ariko birahari. So I'm going to do research in this next coming year. I'm going to do research to find the right therapists, both in Rwanda and internationally. Nzanamenya ukuntu ushobora kubashyira online, and we'll move on from there.
Ako Amanda, iyi project yaje iti kuki ari wifuje gukora, kuki wifuje gukora kuri mental health?
I've said it before, umuntu who struggled with anxiety and depression when I was growing up.
Byakubayeho cyangwa byaye ku nshuti yawe kugira ngo uvuge uti
it happened to me. It happened to me. I was someone who was struggling with depression and anxiety, and it was tough. I know.
Byakubayeho?
Yes. I was someone who
wagize ikibazo cya mental health?
Yes.
Byari igihe ki?
It was when I was in college, university, even the past. I finally got help through therapy, but it started, I would say, about 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yes, 4 years ago.
Byatewe n'iki?
That's a good thing. That's why people need to know about mental health. It's not really just one thing that all of a sudden you wake up and you're depressed. It's many things. You know, if you've changed, if you've moved to a new country or you've moved places, if you've had a bad family background, if you just have if you're dealing with a lot of pressure, there's so many things that can cause anxiety, depression, all these things. And the issue isn't about being depressed or anxious. The issue is how to deal with your emotions. There's a time where I didn't know, I have the strength, I am capable, I can live life without feeling I'm sad all the time. So anyways, I dealt with it. I dealt with anxiety, I dealt with depression, but I sought therapy. I even sought online therapy actually. And it helped me, having to talk to a therapist, them teaching me how to handle my emotions. But when you grow up, Sinzi, if I can ask you the same question, but when you grow up, right? They taught you math, they taught you even exercising.
Sure.
They didn't teach you how to deal with your anger, how to deal with your sadness. If you're sad, you can stay sad. Just ignore, keep it to yourself.
Sure.
Right? And so when you keep it to yourself and you keep it to yourself and you keep it to yourself, over time it becomes big. It becomes big and it makes you stuck, and you feel like you can't move forward. So for me, I had to teach myself again, and the therapist had to teach me how to handle with my emotions. So this is something that's important. You can't just learn math and science and exercise and not learn how to deal with your emotions. So this is something that I want to bring to the Rwandan community and say this is important so you can function.
Amanda, 4 years later, byagenze gute? Mental health wagize iki kibazo kubera iki? Ni ikibazo cya famille, ni ubuzima ruri gucamo, nukora ko amaze byazamwe byatewe n'iki? Kuko uyu munsi turashaka kugunyine kubwira umuntu amenye ko nagira muri situation azamenya ko nyamara nshobora kuba nagize icyo kibazo cya mental health. Byatewe n'iki? Wowe byaje kubera iki?
For me personally, I think it's change. I told you I've traveled a lot. I've been to different countries, and when you move to different countries and you don't have a form of stability, it can be hard. You know, you can had even that add to for me. But for me personally, I think it was mainly moving too much. Even when I come to Rwanda, sometimes I feel like people don't accept me fully as a Rwandese. So you get criticism. You get criticism, and you feel pain and you feel hurt. So in their way, it was about moving too much and not feeling stable, right? And other things added to it. But I can say that's the one thing. And also going to college and the pressures of life. I like to step into big things like coming into the Miss Rwanda. You see how they criticize you and they talk about your tattoos. I like to put myself in those spaces, and when people tell you things and you hear it and you keep it to yourself and you stay sad, it can push you down and make you feel depressed. So those were things that happened in my past, and I didn't know how to deal with it. But eventually, and again, it's so many little things that you can't possibly put into one. It just turns into depression. Harawandi, and I don't want to speak specifically to myself, Harawandi who might have a bad childhood, For other women, it's the oppression of being a woman. There's so many things that give into your emotional pain. For me, again, I want to say it was mostly the instability. But then eventually I learned how to handle with moving around. I learned how to be okay with it. I saw the positive, because I used to see the negative. I saw the positive. I got to learn about different countries, different places. So it's just the mindset. I used to see it negatively. I used to be like, oh, why am I here? Why am I there? Like, now I have to learn a new culture. Now they're not going to accept me. And then you have a negative mindset, and it hurts you. It puts you in a tough position. But for other people, it's different. Again, don't focus only on one person's issue. There's so many other things that can lead you to thinking negatively about yourself. So yeah, for me it was that, and eventually over time I learned how to deal with my emotions. I learned how to see the positive all the time, like most times, than seeing the negative. And even when the bad feelings come, I learned that it's okay. It's okay to have bad feelings. It's okay. If you have a bad day, it's not a bad life. You know, you can move on and you can move past it. So that's what I have for you.
Wow, that's good. Amanda, hari letter to Amanda. Reka tubivuze niko bavuga kwimenya nyine ukamenya ngo nimba ngize agahinda, niba nishimye ari uko ngomba kudiringa nabyo. Iriya letter yaje iti letter to Amanda. Wibwiraga iki?
So another thing in therapy, bakunda kuvuga ngo usually when you're sad, usually when you're feeling your worst self, it's your inner child. A child inside of you that's crying, or that's in pain, or that feels some kind of way. So a letter to Amanda. I was talking to my young self, who didn't see, who used to feel pain the most, who didn't see her worth. I never used to be confident when I was younger. I never used to see my worth when I was younger. I never used to believe. If you asked me when I was 16, 17, Amanda, would you go into Miss Rwanda? Good show with all the tattoos. You don't even speak. I would say no, never. Like, you had to do it. It's not possible. So I wrote that letter to my young self to tell her that it's possible. You just have to keep going, especially to the young self who was depressed, who was anxious, who had issues. That it's possible. One day you're going to step out of being sad all the time, of being scared all the time, and actually breathe and see light and be happy and see success. It doesn't last. You know, the mental health issues don't last. So yeah, I was writing to my younger self, the one who was not confident, to the one who was dealing with depression, the one who was dealing with anxiety, and I was telling her that it's possible.
Wow. Amanda, reka tujye muri bootcamp.
Yes.
Muri bootcamp, muri talent competition, wararirimbye, n'ubundi usanzwe uri umuhanzi. Indirimbo Rwanda nziza wayihisemo kubera iki? Ya Mike Kahora nawe namushimira na Danny Beat. Byaje gute?
It came, actually it's my brother wanje wavuze ngo try Gender Rwanda. And I was like, that's a good idea, and it's a song that represents me. I think kwera ndi umunyarwanda, I love everything that my country is. I'm also someone who speaks English. And that song, Mike Kahora did an amazing job. He changed it in a way that speaks to everyone. You know, especially the diaspora, especially us who want to feel accepted in our community. So I was like, this is a perfect song for me. It's a song where I'm talking about the love I have for my country. I'm speaking my language, but I'm also speaking English. So I'm mixing everything that is Amanda.
Can you sing?
I'll sing for you another time. Today, you know how many interviews I've had where I'm singing?
Just for 30 minutes.
30 seconds.
Nyatugira ngo tuyumve. Abatarayumvise yumve ku Nyarwanda TV. No, hasigaye n'imesa ngo nicyo.
Sinabivuga ngo mbirangize.
Hasigaye flow yawe aho ngaho
How
ni
about
Mike
this?
kayiho
Yeah, that's Mike.
how many-
I'll
what-
talk to Mike. Me and him will sing
dukeneye
together.
flow
You like to pressure people. Ndakubonye, I've seen you.
hanyuma se Danny Beat mwakoranye gute nabonye kuri Twitter bavuga ko it was produced in 24 hours
Yes.
byahinze gute mwakoranye gute kugira ngo akohereze iriya beat
I was in a hurry. I was looking to do that song, but it didn't have an instrumental, and I couldn't find a piano to play for myself. So the night before going to boot camp, I reached out to Danny Beats, and he reached back in time. He answered, and I said, "Please, I need your help. I need to do an instrumental." And I went to see him. It was like maybe 2 hours before curfew, or even less. And so I went there and we sang. I had to sing for like 5 minutes, and he has one of his piano players who came and played the piano in like 10 minutes. We managed to finish singing and playing the piano. So he did the instrumental, the agenda, and he gave me the song. Just like it took 10 minutes to practice. The next day, him and his team, they produced it, and he sent it to me in a quick time. So it was my fault because it was last minute, but he showed like professionalism and perfectionism and I was shocked. I was shocked.
Wow. Mike kayihora mwaravuganye
Yes, I asked him niba nshobora kuririmba indirimbo ye aremera. He's also an amazing musician and very kind to have allowed me to sing his song.
Kuri final waririmbye indirimbo
Yanjye.
Yeah,
Nobody's full. Because first of all, it's mine. I felt comfortable doing something that belongs to me, and also the meaning behind it. In Didimbo, it talks about empowerment. It talks about empowerment in its own way. You shouldn't let situations bring you down. You should just pick up your crown, whether it's real or invisible, and you keep moving and you keep pushing. So it's a song that means a lot to me. It encourages me, and I wanted it to be a song that encourages other people too.
Try involve that second.
How about this? You guys can go to my SoundCloud, search my name, Soldier.
Nawe yari
SSOUL.
Ryazina rivuze icyo manda.
You know a soldier?
Soldier.
You know a soldier?
Yes.
Soldier. And you know soul, the soul.
Yeah. Roho.
Esprit.
Yeah.
That's what spirit, the soul.
Spirit.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mixed soul and je. A soldier is someone who fights, who defends, who protects, and the soul is someone's soul. So I'm someone who fights and protects and defends my own soul and other people's souls.
Reka noneho duhereze abantu batarabize kujya kuri izo platform zawe kumva indirimbo bumve nibura akantu gato ku ndirimbo yawe. Then bajye kuri
Will you guys still be my fans if I say no? I'm allowed to say no. I promise you. How about, because the thing is, let me explain so I understand. I want people to go and listen to it. If you hear it from where it is, it will have more meaning.
Nta kibazo turuze kugiraho. Nta kibazo tuza kugira ko kuba wenda utayirimba neza nkuko iri produced nta kibazo.
Ati nta kibazo.
Turategereje akantu gato cyane.
Are you saying what I'm saying?
Amanda, just sat second nibura abantu mva indirimbo waririmbye kuri Farina igabasha gutuma utambuka. Ariko ndimo nziza wanakoze performance nziza wambaye neza. Nabonye nitanga niho sinze abantu bakwambitse hano.
Yes, there was like 3 there's Odbaso, which was the yellow dress, and Tanga designed the final dress. I would like to forgive me, but I don't remember the second person who designed it. But they also did the black and white dress, which was incredibly beautiful. I don't really wear tight things, but for the first time I wore that black and white tight dress, and I said, okay, this is my style. Tanga designs nawe yakoze Tangas and Odbaso.
Turagutegereje ariko akantu gato Amanda.
Jesus.
Muhanzi.
Okay, let's see.
Akantu gato cyane basi. Nibura Ega nanjye narabirebaga ariko naravuze ni umunsi twahuye azaturirimbiraho nibura.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Mama, she told me don't Let no man make you cry. Please just stay focused, cause they will confuse you all the time. But I was one of them kids who like to play with fire, yeah. I did not listen, so I kept on seeing the signs, yeah, yeah. And then you go to SoundCloud and you'll see the rest.
Wow.
You're happy?
Sure.
Okay.
Amanda, uzakomeza umuziki?
Yes, I'd like to. When I get the time. There's a lot on my plate right now. I have to focus on my project. I have to focus on the responsibilities of being first runner-up. I could name one and inspiration. I was singing. I started singing.
Hanyuma kumurika imideli?
Modeling?
Modeling. Ibyo bite?
All of them. When I get the time, I'll do it all. As the opportunities come, maybe some designer out there can say they want to work with me. I work with them.
Already?
Yes, very much so.
Ya agency yawe yo muri New York bakubwiye iki?
About this?
Yeah.
Oh, they're happy. They're happy.
Yego. Bavuga ati courage koko
Yes, they congratulated.
komereza. Muri university wize ububanyi n'amahanga international relations. Ujya tekereza kujya muri politics?
To go into politics, not necessarily. Politics is not my field, but I would definitely go into NGO work at some point, and more specifically focused on mental health. But we'll see how things go. You can always find yourself. Yeah, you never know. You can find yourself doing something with international relations, but it's focused on NGO work, like working for the UN or something like that. So I'll see as time goes what opportunities open up for me.
Reka tujye gato kuri IG yawe. Hari amafoto nabonye basuye intare lions.
Yes.
Hara ni he?
Oh, that's in Mauritius. That's so random. You guys went all the way. Yeah.
Hara ni he?
Lions.
Hara ni he waruri?
Mauritius.
Mauritius.
Yeah.
Igihe ki?
It was, I think, 2. Hey, didn't you see it? Did you see the time? It was 2 years ago? 2-3 years ago?
Wari ufite ubwoba?
No. No.
Yari imeze bite nyine legal?
It was fun. Okay, hari our guards bahari. And they tell you to trust them. They take care of the lion, and the lion trusts them, and they have a way of making sure that the lion doesn't hurt you. And I think this is like, it's for every animal. Animals are like kind of like human beings. If you provoke them, they provoke you.
Sure.
Right? And they can sense. So because they felt safe, we also felt safe.
That was all of it.
Yeah.
Hariho n'andi mafoto nabonye uteruye icupa y'inzoga.
Yes. About it.
Somehow.
Wine? I'm 24 years old of age. I'm allowed to drink wine, I believe.
Somehow.
Yeah, wine is very okay. I'm 24, it's okay. You're gonna come here and try to ruin my reputation, I see. But no, as a 24-year-old, a glass of white wine a night, a day, or on the weekend is okay.
Nabonye unasuramo indirimbo za ibirori, Beyonce, Sia. Nizo repetition ukunda gukora kugira ngo ufate umutwe indirimbo zawe neza?
Sorry.
Nabonye kuri IG yawe hari amashusho uririmba indirimbo zawe ibirori usubiramo covering ibirori, Beyonce, Sia n'abandi. Ni nabyo nyine ukoresha wenda muri gukora nka repetition yawe y'indirimbo ugiye gusohora bigenda biti ushaka?
It's just songs that I like. Munda nina songs that if you see, they describe me. I like singing songs that I feel. So the Sia song, for example, I think it's birds. Something about breaking free,
sure.
Right? Being free, being yourself, being open, not being afraid to sing out loud, and that's who I'm trying to be now. There's another song that talks about the soul. When I was going through my pain, I would sing songs that express my pain. So they're songs that make me express myself.
Mu bahanzi bose ninde role model wawe?
I know the musician sings Beyonce.
Go ahead.
Beyonce, crazy. She's empowered. She likes to empower other women. She's dedicated. When you say Beyonce, you think, okay, respect. So I like that, and I respect her. She's also I would say September 6th or 4th. That's a Virgo. Nanja's in September. We have the same since the new movie like star sign. So I kind of feel
uvuze kuri Vogue mpita nibuka ko ari ifoto nabonye we uri ni challenge ya magazine Vogue nibyo hari challenge nabonye
yes.
warayamamarije cyangwa
that
yari
was,
challenge
yeah, this is a Vogue challenge. It was a trend. Yari trend muri icyo gihe bagize, and hari inshuti wanjye witwa Kanaka, Dennis is a photographer. He had my photo. I that Vogue thing, and he sent it to me, and I liked it, and I said, yeah, I like it.
Ninde muhanzi muri iki gihe ukunze mu Rwanda?
A musician.
Musician.
There's many. I can't say one person. As you all know, there's Mike, there's even Kanaka, there's Bruce Melody, there's Angel, there's Mucho Sounds, there's there's Linda. All of them inspire me. All of them.
Indirimbo ukunze mishiye niye? Indirimbo, the songs. Muri iki gihe ukunze iri kuri playlist yawe?
The one I'm listening to is Blessings by Angel. I'm not stressing. Count my blessings. It's a good song.
Wow. Muri boot company nde wagusetsaga cyane? Esther. Ngira nka joke yaguteye ukavuga uti.
No, she's just someone who likes to laugh. Not getting a joke imwe nukuni.
Ingabire Esther?
Yeah, she nukunu amazing. Nothing brings her down. Every moment agusetsa niba ari ukuntu avuga cyangwa ukuntu she just bursts laughing in so many different ways. Since I can't picture one thing, I couldn't even kabisa. Every time she would talk or say something, I would die laughing.
Ninde wakundaga gusenga cyane? Gusenga. Playing. To play. Gusenga.
Oh, to pray. All of us were very spiritual in our own way. I would say someone who is the most spiritual in all of us. We all came together. I even know, like at the end of the night, even Prince Kid, like we'd all come together and pray in that moment. So you wouldn't really tell who's the most religious because we all have our own spiritual moments. So I can't say one person is the most,
Ninde muri bo uzakumbura?
We're all going to see each other. We're going to keep in touch. So I'm not going to miss anyone. We're going to keep in touch. Group chat, like we're sticking together. It's okay.
Wakurakazaga cyane ninde? Umuntu warakaraga nyine mwese mukabibana mukabona ko yarakaye.
Do I look like someone who gets angry easy?
Ntabwo ndakuvuze.
Yeah, do I get angry easy? No. I like peace, and everyone brought me peace.
Amanda, ikiganiro cyawe cyiza kuganira nawe na byiza twizere ko abantu benshi hari byinshi bungukiye muri kino kiganiro tujyanye kuri Miss Rwanda, umushinga wawe, by'ubuhanzi, kumurika imideri n'ibindi bishane uteganya. Niki kikuri ku mutima kano kanya watubwira?
First, I'd like to say thank you so much to everyone who supported me. Thank you for the interview. This was an interesting experience. I would like to talk to everyone, the young ones, women, men, everyone. Listen, this is our time to be our best selves. To find the confidence to follow your dreams, especially young women, because I understand where you're coming from, and I'm a woman myself. Be sure to always follow your dreams. Be sure to always stand your ground, to be confident, and to also show love. Find love within yourself so you can share love with everybody else.
Fiona wasimbuye yakubwiki? First lineup. Wasimbuye yakubwiki?
She wished me luck. She wished me luck. She congratulated me, and I'm honestly happy and humbled that she was the one to give me off as first runner-up, because she did an amazing job herself, and I just want to say thank you again to her in public. But yeah, and even me, I appreciated her for who she is and what she has done.
Oh, that's good. Manda, wakoze cyane rero n'abakurikiye ikiganiro tubashimire, hanyuma tukifurize chances mu rugendo rwawe rushya ugiye gutangira nka first runner-up Miss Rwanda 2021.
Thank you very much.